Liverpool FC 1, Arsenal FC 0. And it seems like some hoodoos are meant never to be broken. It has been a long time since anyone can remember the last time Gunners defeated Liverpool at Anfield. Liverpool might be Arsenal's kryptonite, they might be Arsenal's boogie team, who knows? But one thing is for certain, that Mikel Arteta, you need to open your eyes now, mate. After all the money that has been spent, all the major acquisitions that have been made into this club, 8 signings, Kepa, new goalkeeper, Mosquera and Hincapi, new defenders, Zubimendi, Norgard, new midfielders, Gyökeres, Madueke, Eze, new forwards. So cavalry has been brought in every area of the pitch. Now what's your excuse, mate? Ange Postecoglou got fired after delivering Tottenham Europa League. Eric Ten Hag has been sacked after just 3 games of the season. So how long are you gonna get time, mate? It's not your debut season so that we can cut you some slack that, okay, the guy has just arrived and we should give him some time. Okay? Arne Slot has lifted the Premier League in his first season. Enzo Maresca has lifted the Club World Cup in his first season. So what's taking you so much time? 3 seasons running, you have been the runners-up. Now, one way to look at it is say that, okay, Arsenal FC are a very consistent team now. They've taken 2nd position. They won silver medal for 3 seasons running. But as John Cena used to say, you don't win the silver, you lose the gold. That should be your mentality. That is how you need to approach the game. That is how champions approach the game. That instead of saying that, okay, we have been very consistent and have been getting 2nd position in the toughest league in the world for the 3 seasons in running, you should say that we have lost the titles. The trophy has been taken right from underneath our hands for 3 seasons running. If it happens once, okay. Twice, excusable. But 3 seasons running, it means there is something wrong with you. And the ultimate blame of this defeat against Liverpool falls on Mikel Arteta's shoulders. One man only, and that is Mikel Arteta. Not any player, Mikel Arteta. Now, there are a lot of Arsenal fans who are saying that, okay, Victor Gyökeres moves like a truck, he needs to be delivered balls, he's being isolated out there on the pitch, he's new, you should give him some time. I hold a totally different point of view on this Gyökeres situation. When you bring in players, no matter how high their CVs are, but when they are coming from another league, when they don't have Premier League experience under their belt, okay, now you've got an Eze has played in Premier League, he has been representing Crystal Palace for so many seasons, he knows how to play in Premier League. Liverpool have got Isaac knows how to handle pressure in the Premier League. But when you're shipping players from the other foreign leagues in the world, it's not like you can just wave that magic wand and expect them to start scoring at the same level that they used to do in their previous clubs and in the previous leagues they played in. They're gonna require some time, okay? With Bukayo Saka not out there, where does your creativity lie? It lies with Martin Odegaard. Now, obviously, Martin Odegaard got injured in the last game. He was not 100% fit. Understandable, you left him on the bench. But here's my question regarding your starting lineup choice. Why the hell did you drop Eberechi Eze? It's not like as you brought Eze from French league or German league or from the cold weather of Siberia or Alaska. So you say that, okay, Eze was just on a 20-hour flight, or, he just arrived in England. He has jet lag. We should give him some weeks. Let this international break come. After then, we will fit Eze. Eze is a Premier League player. For heaven's sake, he has been performing for Crystal Palace. He has played pre-season. He has featured in the Community Shield match. He has played the first Premier League game for Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace and Arsenal are like 2 different parts of the same city. He has just, moved from one part of the city to another. It's not like he has even shifted cities or countries. So how much time does it take for him to, get match ready? He sat out for the last match, understandable. He was signing for the Arsenal FC. But you are playing against Liverpool in Anfield. One fixture that you have not won in as long as anyone can remember. How many Arsenal managers we've had in the past few years? How many different teams? How many different forwards, different midfielders, different goalkeepers, different captains? but none of them have been able to get a victory at Anfield. And this was probably the weakest Liverpool in a long time that we have seen. They have bought new players. Their fullbacks are being run wild, They have suffered in the first two games. They have been conceding goals for fun. Bournemouth and Newcastle have been opening up their defense. And you come here with momentum, with two wins under your belt, and you came with such a coward mentality. And again, the blame is not on players, it's on Mikel Arteta. In these big games where the pressure is high, where the stakes are so big, these are the potential games that are gonna decide your season, that are gonna differentiate with between either you're gonna win the league this time or you're gonna stay runner up, just like you have been doing for the past 3 seasons running. So this was the make or break match. This was the game that you needed to win and put a statement, for all the other clubs to see that okay, we are serious this time. We're not here to joke around this time, but we are here to win it. Because after all the money that has been spent, after all the new players, players that Arsenal FC dreamed for a long time to sign, they have now finally arrived. And with such a big squad, now you have no excuses whatsoever to fall short in games like this. You come to Anfield with a defensive mindset. Again, in these big games, Arteta does not set up his team to win. He sets up his team not to lose. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a difference between setting up not to win and setting up not to lose. Setting up not to lose means that you are going that okay, Anfield crowd, Liverpool, will just fly off the blocks, they will come at us rummaging, and we just have to protect. Okay, we just have to get through the first 15 minutes, the first 30 minutes, the first hour, the first half, or whatever you want to say, and we will absorb pressure. We will try not to concede, and then we will come all guns blazing. Then we will hit them at the counter. But there was no creativity whatsoever. So you are putting Zubimendi, Rice, and Mikel Merino in the midfield. Where is your creativity? You have just bought Eze, play him in place of Odegaard. Play him as a sporting striker. Play him as a 10. Okay? You want to play Martinelli on the left? Fine. Let Eze play as the attacking midfielder. And again, there is no sense in what kind of game was Gabriel Martinelli producing. Okay, you let him wander out on the pitch for 45 minutes. But after you saw that he had absolutely zero creativity in the first half, why the hell didn't you take him off, sub him at halftime? Why didn't you just put Eze right from the start of the second half? You waited for 70 minutes to bring Odegaard and Eze on, and then when they came on, Liverpool, scored an absolute screamer in a few minutes afterwards, and then you were battling against time, trying to recover, and it's not easy, to be down against Liverpool at Anfield and then to make a comeback. So, what is your problem, mate? Madueke was probably the best Arsenal player out there. He was making those runs, giving Kirkes a very tough time. But on the other hand, what was Martinelli producing? And he was up against a makeshift fullback. In the absence of the injured Jeremy Frimpong, Szoboszlai was playing the right back. Now, Martinelli, if you can't even get past Szoboszlai, who the hell do you expect to get past in this league, mate? Then you should just go back to Brazil and play in their league. Okay, this league is not for you. So you've seen that Martinelli is not being creative. Why don't you put Trossard out there? Okay, you clearly see that Gyökeres is struggling. Okay, you can put Trossard as a center forward in the second half as well. Then another scare for Arsenal now is that Saliba has been injured. Now Gabriel and Mosquera, a new partnership has been formed at the back. Who knows how much time Saliba is out for and whether this partnership will continue to be creative and proactive or not. In this match, they were fine. They did manage to hold off Liverpool and hold Liverpool back. But still, mate, you have Navaneri on the bench. You have Max Doman on the bench. What's the point of having such a talented and creative bench if you're not going to do the subs when the time is right? You have 5 substitutions made. You can at least throw 3 players simultaneously before the start of second half. Then you can wait, okay, we're going to wait for one more substitution after 70 minutes. We're going to do another after 80 minutes. Let's suppose no one more is injured or wobbled off. But why are you waiting so long to bring your creative players? You need to give maximum time to these players to make an impact out there on the pitch. So it just feels like it's the start of another, season where it's the usual for Arsenal, These are the matches that Arsenal FC needs to win. And now the international break has probably arrived at the right time. This is a very important time for Mikel Arteta. He needs to get back on that drawing board and he needs to come up with a plan that how can he make Gyökeres successful? How can balls be provided to Victor Gyökeres? How can Gyökeres' striker potential be unleashed? It's one thing to score 5 goals against Leeds. We know Arsenal FC will win those matches. Those are bread and butter for them. But even in the first game against Manchester United, Arsenal struggled big time. United was a better team. This was just one good moment for Arsenal where Calafiori produced a goal and Arsenal was managed to, fend Manchester United off. Even Arsenal not deserve to win that match as well. Now you have lost to Liverpool. So are you ready to fall short and become the runners up for the 4th season in a row? Or are you ready to finally lift the league this year? That depends on your mindset. You can buy as many players from the market as you want. But at the end of the day, if you don't come out all guns blazing, if you don't play with an aggressive mindset, if you let the other team and the other manager and the other players know that you are being a coward, that you are fearing, that you have come with a defensive plan, that you have come with a negative mindset, they are going to be all over you. Okay? Because in this league, managers get fired quicker than you can say the word cheese. So, with all this money that has been spent now and with all the key players that have been brought in, with this squad, a Premier League winning worthy squad, even a squad that can win the lift the Champions League as well. Mikel Arteta, you're not going to have any excuses this season. So, buddy, you better come up with a plan after the international break and make sure that Arsenal FC starts firing at all cylinders as soon as possible. Because in this league, with the competition that is in, Tottenham have gone on and bought a lot of players. Chelsea have brought in a load of acquisitions. Manchester City has spent a lot of cash. Now, all the squads are very strong. There are 5-6 teams that are in it for the title. You cannot afford to be lagging behind. And the more the points difference is created in the start, we know the pattern tends to repeat, and then it gets very difficult, in this league to catch up. And then you're just playing catch up for the rest of the season, and you're just, depending on other teams to draw points, and then you can somehow, climb back to the top. So it's very important to stay at the top of the summit right from the word go. And for that, your team is going to require consistency, not just in performance out on the pitch, but also in your mindset and with the way you set them up in every match, not only on the pitch, but also with what kind of mentality you inculcate in their minds that this is how you should go out and play all 38 games of the season. I will see you the next time. Take care. Peace out.